Hi Camp America, my name is Hazeldine-Cowan and it's so good to be here doing this for a second time. Please go to my first skill and in there will be a link going to YouTube so you can watch this video in a lot better quality and audio. Here you'll also be able to see my video from last year where I'll be talking more about me and my hometown and life, whereas in this video I'm going to be talking about my experience last year at Camp America. So I left England on the 30th of May 2015 to travel all the way to Minnesota to start my qualification in lifeguarding, where I also got trained in becoming a first aider in CPR and AEDs. This qualification lasts until 2017. For the whole of 2016 I am still a qualified lifeguard and first aider. I went to an amazing campsite in Minnesota called Northern Pines Methodist Camp. I absolutely loved being a general counsellor last year at camp because I got to work with kids of all different age groups, starting from the ages of 6 to 9, which was with mini camp. During their stay, we'll do both indoor and outdoor activities throughout the entire 3 days, such as playing football or soccer, volleyball, basketball, rounders. We played loads of outdoor games. But indoor, we also played board games, ping pong, table tennis. The kids absolutely loved it. We got a bit messy with some of the games with whipped cream and throwing Cheetos at each other, and it was just an amazing time with the mini campers. We also looked after discovery campers. These kids were aged 9 to 12 and we looked after them for 5 days, so we got a lot more activities in, like kayaking, canoeing, paddleboarding. We also did expeditions and we did amazing activities like map and compass. And because these kids were a lot older, we could do things more challenging. We also had the specialist campers. These guys were aged 13 to 16 and we did a lot more advanced activities such as wakeboarding, water skiing, water tubing, and during that time I was the active lifeguard, so health and safety was a key thing to make sure that I was focused as well as having a good time with the kids. We also did overnight camping at a national park where I taught them how to pitch a tent, how to cook their food, and also for all the age groups I taught them how to do archery. I absolutely love archery, that is why I put it down as one of my skills. Whilst I was teaching the kids about archery, the first rule was health and safety, so no kid would get hurt during their time of archery. The second lesson would have been, of course, me instructing them on how to use a bow and arrow. So I would talk about all the different anchor points, how to use good form, making sure that your arm's stretched and making sure you're acting as if you're holding a stop sign, drawing it back to your lip, all the step-by-step processes until they can eventually build the confidence into doing it themselves. The third lesson would have been to see which stance they were holding, so if they were left foot forward or right foot forward. And the fourth lesson will be about distance from where they shoot the bow and arrow to where it hits the target, to see how high they've got to aim their bow. But for the first lesson it would only be from 5 yards away. So once they've finished shooting all 5 arrows, they would have to wait for my command so that I can actually say go collect your arrows, because if they don't listen, someone could get hurt. So health and safety again is very key. And at the end of the week we'd have a big competition in archery to see who the best shooter was, and it was an amazing experience to see these kids grow from shooting at 5 yards with low confidence, shooting the ground and aiming at the trees, to eventually going 20 plus meters and actually hitting the target, and watching them smile, it just brought joy to me. So Northern Pines was a Christian camp, so there was quite a lot of Christian things we got up to, like chapels in the morning. Just after breakfast we would bring all the kids down to the church. And what we would do is sing some hymns and talk about the theme of the day and get the kids ready for what their activities bring. After which, later on during the day, maybe about after dinner, we'd have a Bible study, about 5 campers with us, and we'd just talk in a bit more depth about Jesus Christ and why He's here to help us build a community and enriching our lives. And at the end of the night, we'd have a huge campfire with all the campers and counsellors and even the director. And what we would like to do is sing some songs, talk a bit about Jesus Christ, and finish it all off with a nice prayer. So my experience last summer camp was amazing and I'd love to do it all again with you guys. So please feel free to get in contact with me. You can Skype me, you can email me, and I would love to hear from you guys as soon as possible. And again, thank you so much for listening to my video, and I hope to get in contact with you soon.